This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
All right, Maridata.
Jimna. Yes, Jimna. And now a game no question on our debacle and no team say Saturday near discuss so I say the nucleus of Kotoko team no a moment field. And that's what me a hold no kakret to some extent. You have some chances of stealing the game. Your 4-4-2 three types. Your 4-4-2 the traditional wingers, 4-4-2 diamond, and your 4-4-2 quadrilateral. Why did somebody decide to choose the quadrilateral? Quadrilateral means four midfielders. Breaking it down when you're 4-2-2-2. 2 on fin for combative. 2 now kind of a creativity. And a 2 no a 2 strikers ability line. So quickly, young core formations are 2 managers, you know, at the area game. And of course, you best start from Hasfolk side. And that and now over screen so the 4-4-2. No, Anna, a walk screen so 4 midfielders, no, almost 2 now a general backline 4 anymore. Salim and Nuruddin, 2 now one no, Wako and Sulemuntari. So the 4 midfielders quadrilateral, meaning it's 4 sides of the midfield, and no and a walk screen. So no one being 2 now a general which thrives and revolves around pace. So it was a Muntari and Wako and a general 2 combative midfielders in Salim and Nuruddin and him, and a formation usually general. Our advantages or disadvantages. Advantages in say that is the central lock of the team now on Kwakoshiano. It means creativity wise, the opposition team no best struggle and stand baby chem e. Disadvantages no be no say without traditional wing fullbacks no and a back call itire aba itire e amount and that so meant me am functional who game no entimi enkoso eye ma. Dr. Ogum responded here with a expansive 4-3-3 with that narrow midfield. Mubenya Lamte all stay just ahead of the double base Sharif and Mudasiru, and this is how those two teams and managers lining up in the game. There were certain struggles throughout the game, especially early part of it. A B and who was screen so this underload from Kotoko na uhuno that is 2 against 5 in midfield. Men blame Kotoko, but rather credit Hasfolk by reverting in 4-5-1 where Ubenya or Bin Junior or drop a ama Bania stay higher up the pitch. And by the Sanwa, no man you 5 from Vinfi. Kotoko the one qua now could Hasfolk. And now look at something from Ataye. Hasfolk strategically decided to make for long balls early part of the game. Said the between a partnership. Now Shata reaction after getting the ball. He is trying to talk to somebody over there. Say, "Didn't in our own position who ye now my ball in general watching but onto me and connected because high balls were the basic strategy of Hasfolk. So analyze that movement. Look at the communication, demeanor, any part on any kasa. That is Barnier. The position you're wrong because the person started game, and Sana Kotoko organize it. Let's talk about how a Kotoko the ball if you watch about almost struggle, but be a Kotoko Jinabia locking. This is the build-up pattern of Kotoko. Goalkeeper next 2 center backs on Ekahon. They always try to progress the ball. But Hasfolk the man marking scheme from somebody was so consistent and at work on duty. And anytime be a Kotoko the ball no general, na very very tough some bit me a penetrate the ball. And once again, we screen also and anytime be a analyze Hasfolk any part a movie or movie akwa close Kotoko player. And it forced Kotoko in losing so many balls, especially in the first part of the game where now try say over to me I still basic principles are what about attacking. But Hasfolk was so consistent. Now I would love to explain this. But be on the Sule Jano or na massacre no Kessben. Your friend possession security. And now me can want say on Saturday say Hasfolk person the best out of Sule or mun use Sule on the ball, not without the ball. Without the ball Sule will be tackling. So Hasfolk do to the man Sule they say he should stay very closer to the action. So 50-50 ball be about general no pick ball no and on na drop ya ba no or train ball or ball no be drop it in a 50-50 duel or situation no pick ball no dey call. And that is why Sulemuntari became the main source of Hasfolk long balls and supplies to the offensive third, and why Hasfolk, and I'll talk about this about Danlad Ibrahim in the time in the reading of the game, how he even analyzed that backline between the exit of the line to make that crucial intervention as a super keeper. I think my member was the whole backline was broken down, that structure was off, and the lad in the PBI. So at some point, it was even down to Dixon and Fakwa, one of the offensive trio. So Kotoko attackers me and son no, but midfield no way or more of your close will be. So Fakwa had to drop deep, no Baba Rene Ball, living in Fergan in Bella up front. Dennis Costa.
Mommy, me pimples see honey.
What's what thing? Many a droopy, a friend classic ointment.
Slay on so many occasions continue to serve as a main anchor in midfield. But usually, Yana General say, oh, share Kotoko game throughout the course of the season. Also, more building from a chile back boko. But the bridge between the defense and the attack, has always been the midfield. But the midfield then functional. How would Kotoko survive? So we'll be also giving him clearly at some point. Now Kotoko as a son and Sano Kakra. Now I would talk about this. So I show screen as well. You're locking Nipa Mienu and Vinfio. And this is why Kotoko continues to struggle early part of the game. So Nipa Mienu means Kotoko would have to go out wide. That is a 2-3. More Ibrahim and Augustine Japan at the ball. But now look at the 3-man midfield of Lamptey, Sheriff and Mudasiru. I wonder they are existing right now. But General Yensha has midfield, the shape, their structure, the strategy. And that is the quadrilateral I'm explaining here. 2 combative midfielders and 2 creators. Combative now I'm be creating. So I'm gonna be here closer to the action. Now Awako any Suli, ball. So it is 4 against 3 in midfield. And that is how Kotoko really struggled early part of the game to, put their first year together. And Hasford continue to dominate with or without the ball. We are fighting for Nima Mirin or pitch, so the ball and the spaces. Hasford making sure says moon crab now or make close spaces. Now, once again, that is Sule Muntari. After say player friends say Costa I recover a ball, Sule was so much present in that circumstance. And I'll try so be progressive and it's always down to 2-on-2. Attackers in the if 2 center backs and it was why Gani Unimu Barek no Muntibima. Now kudos to Ibrahim Moro, how he recovered this particular ball. Moving so fast and swift in the pace and energy. Without a ball, I think that guys did so well in the recovering. And the best also a restarted game, at the man Kumasa Santa Kotoko. I think say general throughout the course of the game, 2 managers who say they have a plan, but Dr. Ogum rely on the ideas throughout the season. But Samobodu had to tune something to suit this particular game. Said with me, I picked very good results at the Frimako. Penetration was so tough for Kotoko. Very, very tough for Kotoko. But the role of Sule Muntari without the ball was excellent. The role of the whole team, how to stay deep and compact. And yes, I'll stay deep. Let's just say, and once again, Sule Nejina. So anytime action, he stays very close at 10 or something meters to the action. Said we only waiting and setting the tone for the attackers. And Kotoko defense, 2 center backs, has a touch most often. And usually no matter recover ball, no be on my dan lad, e be on my defense. So Kotoko start the game but a him fan and a kwakusi. The kwakusi say has stay deep no matter recover ball and the free Kotoko. And that is how Kotoko really struggled sometimes. Now general who say what the ball na be draw away, but they lacked certain ideas because has ST deep. And when we say a wall screen, so has fallen about 6-7 players in their own half. For Kotoko, someone sending crosses into the box, and that is Sule Muntari. Always say, "Ball 50-50." He did some excellent job yesterday, and some do credit to him. How the role of the man Sule, so on started long balls and for more, but this is a disadvantage part of the whole thing. And I say, General has temper based on the fact that they kept running with or without the ball, and I think say, oh, Kotoko team now at some point, almost so Colombo be. From Dan Lad, almost switching in Ekoye, now Hasford dealing with the ball. And Sule once again picking all the pieces in midfield. Said about general or no, a bit me I reserve a lot of energy. No, they are progressive bono at the moment. I think on the whole, Hasford did something very, very nice. But how to force this save from goalkeeper friends at general. One of the few occasions that Kotoko actually has just 2 defenders per was something and I'm a ball Kotoko players in Abaso, especially Augustine Japan, down the flanks, the run and the movement. How and also setting players to sit deep. I think say Augustine Japan but the back 4 of Afsofok went off. Very, very crucial. So they kept Bella off, but at some point, 2 centre backs in Bella and Ejina forcing this particular save from Ata. He did fantastic job. And so Maki and Bella now back off there. Maybe now expecting something very, very good from a goalkeeper. And on that circumstance, I think say goalkeeper friends Ata, General or Sevi Macras, irrespective of the fact that say 2 centre backs in Ata had to come to the occasion. There were 2 things I mean who were giving a general person McCann was him. Sule a ball bia or dive a boy, I think it's be a wako ball corner it should have been restarted. It should have been restarted. My person I call him quickly now. Yes, no, if you know. There was one thing and I make was say lines, sometimes in general, a watch screen is very, very short. I CA and only I think said ball nether out. awakwa fa ball na to corner sport on mo or the
Okay.
chain
Okay.
or the tone chain who clearly said na ball no general na line
And down. Okay.
and it's a ball no share it wouldn't have been fair from the side of the officials ball no fan to adi no and this is the ball na kasulu no so it would have been tough to admit the ball we legally a go e wa bra who say wa ball no one fan to adi no so general
Okay. Minimum what me capture and the man back one me no bia one ball na ata a save no double save went menya and I'm for so a try line or something wenya and a penalty na Sante Kotoko say munya no Bella there no is it Bella yeah and also went to man capture oh wow two crucial moments and I can with me I am what makakra dey am okay Andy any Franco Naro ebehwe game no mu ye proper na fi yatoa so enso de amamo. Good morning, watching you live from wa
you know
atade no any yeah untimi nya ye from this angle mo Kessben television no any with me nya ye from this angle antra line and okay all right and yeah okay we got Kumasi as Sante Kotoko player no not Ben on the pan
no jina
okay
Bella figure
okay
to Richmond Lam
yeah
our general player no ben atana no
jina hodi ko no grab page and say Gabia also no say a trial line so go na be who first
no line so there
yeah and a penalty so mon konko pembre me no claim say chinchina a penalty no me say me hu hono so yi kakra na fi ye behwe two coaches in some mo kan I no person take the sign out of the game no I course no the prosper net ogum kan hat of fans no be